I'll be the first day to finish.
Hey, come on. Show's starting. Come on. Show is starting. Let's go. Come on. No. Yeah, just get yourself off and come into the sanctuary. Don't forget your keep up. Come on, sweet boy. Come on, let's go together. Let's go together. Come on, sweetie.
Welcome, guys. We're gonna wait till everybody comes in. Continue here. Remain standing if able. It should be enough.
Since everyone has seen our gorgeous new art curtain, we're going to invite Nancy Lane as one of the representatives of our art curtain committee that selected this beautiful piece. So please open the art as we pass out a prayer for us to say at this momentous occasion. Morning, please. Can you help me pass these out? Sure. Thank you so
Great job.
Perfect. If anyone doesn't have or we can read. So before we place our Taurus and our beautiful new art, I want us to center ourselves in this moment and really take a moment to understand what it is that we're doing. This is a momentous occasion, potentially a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to dedicate a new space for our Torahs, a new space for holy wisdom to dwell in our community. So I want to invite us to read this reading responsively. And unlike normal responsive readings, you all are going to begin. So you can begin with Creator of the heavens and the earth.
Creator of the heavens and the earth, we stand here together, your people, just as our ancestors did at Sinai so many years ago.
From that day to this, the earth has continued its journey around the sun. The seasons have passed, and we, as your people, have traveled through many lands, where we have loved and grown, sorrowed and rejoiced, prospered and suffered.
Throughout these journeys, your Torah has been our faithful companion, guiding us, sustaining us, and lighting our pathways.
We stand here together, your people, just as our ancestors stood at Sinai when they shouted, "We will do and we will hear."
We stand ready for your help, O God, your holy service. We give thanks to the one who has given us Torah. Blessed are you, our God.
One, two, three.
We read in our Torah portion tomorrow, and Moses went up to God. Adonai called to him from the mountain, saying, "Thus shall you say to the house of Jacob, and declare to the children of Israel, Now then, if you will obey me faithfully and keep my covenant, you shall be my treasured possession among all the peoples. Indeed, all the earth is mine. But you shall be to me a kingdom of priests and a holy nation. These are the words that you shall speak to the children of Israel." Moses came and summoned the elders of the people and put before them all that Adonai had commanded him. All those assembled answered as one, saying, "All that Adonai has spoken, we will do." Let's repeat that together. All that Adonai has spoken, we will do. On the third day, as morning dawned, there was thunder and lightning and a dense cloud upon the mountain, and a very loud blast of the shofar, and all the people who were in the camp trembled.
Tekiah Gedolah.
Thank you for being here. Mazel tov on being here. Mazel tov to our community for this really momentous moment and occasion. We're going to inaugurate our new ark, our new beautiful, lovingly created ark, with a quick evening Ma'ariv service. If you did not grab a siddur on your way in, you can grab one from TJ right out the door. We'll do a quick service and then continue with our Shavuot learning. Thanks, everyone.
You gotta give them a week.
All right, good evening, everybody. I'm sorry to do this to you, but if you're able, please rise as we turn to page 28 for the Barno.
Baruch et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Leolam
You may be
Vaed.
seated in the middle of page 28.
Baruch Adonai. Umavir yom umein laila, umavil ben yom ubein laila, Adonai tzvaot shemo. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu le'olam vaed. Baruch atah Adonai hamari barabim.
Page 29.
Ahavat olam Yisrael. ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני, אוהב עמו ישראל. שמע ישראל, אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבבך ושמעת לבניך ודיברת בם ושהיית ביתך ושורתך ולבונך ושרתם מאוד ידיך והיו לטפות בעיניך וכתבת בסוד ביתך ובשעריך. Adonai Elohechem Emet.
Page 32.
ומלכותו ברצון קיבלו עליהם משה ובני ישראל לחן ושירה בשמחה רבה באמרו כולם מי כמוך באלים אדוני מי כמוך נדר בקודש נורא תהילות מלכותך רבו בניך בוקרים כמו שזיתינו ואמרו ונאמר כי פדרנו את יעקב ובלו ביד חזק ממנו ברוך אתה אדוני גל ישראל.
Page 33.
Help us, Adonai, to lie down in peace and awaken us again, our sovereign life.
Spread over us your shelter of peace. Guide us with your good counsel. Save us because of your mercy. Shield us from enemies and pestilence. Starvation, sword, and sorrow. Remove evil forces that surround us. Shelter us in the shadow of your wings, O God. Watches over us and delivers us, our gracious and merciful ruler. Guard our coming and our going. Grant us life and peace now and always. Spread over us shelter of peace. Praise are you, Adonai. Spread the shelter of peace over us, over all who speak truth.
ושמור צאתנו בואנו לחיים שלום יצא ולעולם ופרוס על סוכת שלומך ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל עמו ישראל בירושלים.
If you're able, please rise on page 34 for the special verse for Yom Tov.
ידבר משה את מות אדוני אל בני ישראל.
Thus Moses proclaimed the festivals of Adonai before the people Israel.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבי ועלמא יברח חירותי וימליך מלכותי בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל ועגלה זמן קריב ואמרו אמן.
יהי שמי רבם ברוך לעולם לעולמי עלמיה.
יתברך וישתבח ויפאר ותרומם ינשא ויהדר ודלי ודלה שמי דקדושה לילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה ושפחתה ונחמתה תמירן ילמה ואמרו אמן.
We'll now take a few moments for private prayer. The Amidah for Yom Tov can be found on page 41 through page 44. Please include the insertions for Shavuot.
Say shalom aleinu, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, imru, amen. Say shalom aleinu, uyaseh shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, imru, amen.
Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'akov Yisrael, Yaseh Shalom, Yaseh Shalom, Shalom Aleinu, Ya'akov Yisrael.
Yaseh Shalom.
Pray for peace. I appreciate that. If you're still davening, please continue. We're going to continue with a prayer for healing for all those who are ill. If you're praying for someone at this time, I invite you to please rise, and when I pause, you can add their names to our communal prayers for healing. Mishe Beracha Latina Abraham Yitzchak Yaakov Sari Karacha Leah Uyivarech Birapeh. Jonathan Rubenstein.
Mimi Davis.
Jennifer Schmidt.
Elaine Simon.
Esther Bakhana. Adam Nyberg. Greta Richard.
Shirley Zaidman, Rachel Zaidman.
Stacy Gearing.
Elaine Sevig, Larry Mills, Shelley Katz, Henry Lippman.
Roni, Batina, Sarah, Chesed, Gosantelza, Batsai, Rivka, Sean, Pony, Yafa, Carol, Vitaleya, Moga, Miriam, Kanabat, Abraham, Bisara, Dov, Gabriel, Rachel, Rivka, Chinzel, Yuda, Ela, Batnil, Batlash, Lomo, Ben Gitzel, David Friedman, Shimon, Chaim, Ben Zaratzia, Rachel, Rivka, Chaim, Ben Abraham, Bisara, Ben Zion, Ben Milka, Deborah, Bachana, Susan Rappaport, Fredo, Riva, Basaratzia, Shana, Rachel, Esther, Esther, Bachana, Miller Stern. V'ed kol ha'cholim b'kilat kedusha hazot, hakadosh baruch hu yimelech rachmim alehem l'chzikam la'arachotam, v'yishlach lehem mehirav refuah shlema mikashamayim, refuat hanefesh refuat haguf, b'toch sha'ar cholei Yisrael, yom tov hu minazok refuah provo lavo, hashkabat alav izman harif v'nomar.
Amen.
Refuah shlema, we pray for their complete healing. We continue with Kaddish Shalem, page 48.
יתקרא בקרא שמי רבה, מה תברך בלילונית מלכותי, לך יכול וביום יכול לחי שלך תשרה, אבל הזמן פריטי אמרו אמן. שמי רבה, יתברך בשלט מפרטי, נאמר מייסי, גדר בינה לגד על השמיט ושברגו, ואלם בלו בלחת ושירת תשפחה למחמתה, דמירן בעלמה, ואמרו אמן. יקבל סלטון ובטון גוי סוגר, ואמרו אמן. שלמה רבה משמיה, וחיים עלינו ואחו ישראל, ואמרו אמן. Say shalom b'Roma, Uyaseh shalom. Hallelujah, Yisrael v'Himavru.
If you're able, please rise, page 51.
Hallelujah, Shavuot Ladon Hako, Matei Kedula Yosef Reshit, Shalom Asanu Gurei Aratzot, Velo Samadu Kamishpachot Adama, Shalom Sam Kelkeinu Rahem, Vego Aleinu Kehol Hamonam, Yanachnu Korim, Umishtakabim Umodi, Leifman Melech, Malchei HaMalachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Do it towards Echad, and I am lost Leolam V'ed.
V'nemar, V'haya Adonai, V'melech al ha'aretz, V'yom hahu, V'yom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, U'shemo echad.
We remain standing on page 52 for Kaddish Yatom, Mourners Kaddish. And in love, we remember those in our community who have passed at this time in years past. The sites that ended this evening for Fred Drucker, Leon Edelstein, Ben Feldstein, Myra Friedman, Alec Gleckman, Faye Glickman, Janet Goldman, Ben Goldman, Gessa Malkin, Abraham Prober, Sam Rafowitz, Irvin Rudick, and Galena Vistoskaya. And the sites that are beginning this evening for Norman Arbitman, Edith Berman, Anna Bernstein, Isidore Claren, Sadie Claren, Molly M. Dorfman, Stara Fradkin, Irving Johnson, Harry Katz, Anne Liss, Shay Lauderman, Samuel M. Palin, Rose A. Schraber, Francis Smokler, and Ben H. Tanner. Are there other yard sites we're observing this evening? We also, of course, send our love to those in our community who have recently lost loved ones and for whom we mourn, to the families of Yaakov Govzi and Jim Kahn. And we also send our love to those in our community who have recently passed but whose funerals have not yet occurred, to the family of Bruce B. Felder, father of our member Terry Skadron. And we send our love to those in our community who are completing their Shloshim period, to the friends and family of Ben Latzaf and Robert Rosen. May their souls be bound up in the bond of everlasting life. Mourners Kaddish, page 52. Yitz Gadol, Yitz Kadash,
Amen.
Yalad Yibrak Yurtei, Ve'yarich Malchutei, V'chayechon Yomechon, V'chayei Dechol Beit Yisrael, V'agala U'bizman Kariv Yimru.
Amen. Yehi Shmei Rabba Mevorach Leolam Me'omei Omaya.
Yitbarach V'yishtabach V'yitbabar V'yitromam V'yinaseh V'yithadar V'yitalev V'yitbalal Shemei T'kushav
B'rechu.
Le'ela Minkol Birchatav Shiratav Tushbechatav V'nechematav Damiran V'yolav V'yimru.
Amen.
Yehei Shlama Rabba Mitzvaya V'chaim Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael V'yimru.
Amen.
Oseh Shalom V'romav U'yaseh Shalom Aleinu V'yachol Yisrael V'yimru.
Amen.
May all their memories be a blessing. You may be seated, everyone. Hi, Sameah. For those of you who've been counting the Omer, no counting the Omer tonight. You made it. We made it to Torah. To give you a quick sense of the schedule for the rest of the evening, we're going to spend a little time studying some Torah, of course, about our new art curtain, our newest piece of precious artwork at Temple of Aaron. So we're really excited to delve into that a little bit in here. Then we'll take a break. We'll all make our way into the library where there's cheesecake and other treats waiting for us. And then we're going to discuss study some Torah about two of the art pieces that are in the Smith Library. And we promise to get you home by 9. So this will be a quick but fun evening. And if you want to continue studying Torah all night, let us know. We can stay, but everyone else will get you home by 9. I'm gonna grab.
I'm coming around, guys.
So before we delve into kind of the text, let's look a little bit at this piece as a piece of artwork. And Nancy and Roxanne and Wendy, who helped design and pick out this piece, please add anything from your own experiences of designing the piece as well. We worked with a really incredible artist for this piece. Her name is Jeanette Kubin-Warren. She actually created the U.S. Postal Service Hanukkah stamp this year. That's one of her claims to fame. But her primary artistry is actually with Torah curtains, art curtains and Torah covers. And she just has this incredible technique of quilting. As you'll see, this is actually, if you come up and look close, it's a quilted piece made of different silks and fabrics and velvets to really make this piece come alive. When we were designing the piece, she would send us sketches of quick paintings, and it was almost impossible to imagine what it really, she kept saying, oh, in the real piece, it's going to be a lot more textured and vibrant, but it's hard to picture until you actually get here. And it really is true to life. I guess I'll turn it over to you all before we explain a little of our thinking. What do you all see in this piece? I mean, what really jumps out at you from the piece from the beginning?
It kind of looks like if the fighter started like at the sea surface, then it's flaming up and it's above the water.
Beautiful. Also, there's
That's what it looks
water and sky and some sort of flame emerging. I love that. What else do people see in this piece? Susan,
It reminds me of Mount Sinai at the bottom.
love that. Oh, that's gorgeous. Some sort of Mount Sinai just coming to Torah moment. Beautiful.
I say the burning bush, where a flame, it burns but doesn't extinguish.
I love that. Yeah, even though the flame is sitting on the water, it's not extinguished. Beautiful.
I have thought the pillar of fire, we're at the pillar of fire and we're being protected, and the other piece is that, it's longitudinal, you're clearly going on a pathway on a journey.
Oh yeah, you're going on the journey through the piece, and the pillar of fire that protected us in our journey in the desert and following us on our journey here. I love that. Yeah, Krishna.
It looks like it has strong roots and it's very directional and grounded.
Beautiful. It's rooted. It's grounded like we're rooted in Torah. I love that.
It reminds me of the Maximum.
That was my first thought too. When we put it up here, look how perfectly those two pieces complement one another.
Yeah.
Absolutely, the Ner Tamid and the flame in the piece. Absolutely. Other thoughts that emerge.
Is it sunrise or sunset?
I love that. It's hard to know. The sunrise or sunset. I guess it depends what body of water it is.
Mississippi.
Sorry, you're giving away a little bit. Roxanne and Nancy and Wendy, I wonder if you have anything to add from your experiences of helping to design the piece.
Well, I think there's a shin kind of embedded in there.
See in here the abstraction that's emerging in the water.
That's what I would have added.
And I'll pick up a little bit of the thread that Rabbi Marcus mentioned. Part of the inspiration for this piece was who we are as Temple of Aaron and the really important place where we are situated and where we sit. We could do a Shavuot tonight, would have been a good night, the weather's so perfect. We could do a Shavuot art walk on the outside of the building, and all of the artwork on the outside of the building and the quotes that are grounded in is about water, because we hold such an important place on the shore of the Mississippi River, and the black tiles here, I'm not telling you anything you don't know, the black tiles here are symbolic of the Mississippi River here. We wanted to bring that important. We didn't want this to be an art curtain that could be in any synagogue in the world. We wanted it to be unique for our unique community, and so we had the artist kind of build into the piece a Mississippi River, a river that's flowing through the piece here to situate us where we are. And then, of course, the shin that's emerging from the water. I think so many people said it beautifully. Is it a burning bush? Is it a pillar of fire that never goes out? Is it a Ner Tamid? I think all of those are exactly right. The shin represents God and God's supremacy, even above and beyond something like the Great Mississippi. So I want to turn our attention to a few texts I wanted to bring to our piece to kind of elevate our understanding of the piece. And they're all about Torah and water. You might not be surprised, you may or may not be surprised, that water is a very present metaphor throughout our biblical text and our rabbinic text for Torah. Does anyone offhand, can anyone think why that might be? Why is water a potent metaphor for Torah?
Because it's life-giving.
Well, it's life-giving, it nourishes us
Purification.
and purifies us. Beautiful.
I just wanted to add with the artwork that it's not necessarily that you're focused on the flame coming up, but as I said, it's the river, it's the blue, it's this river, but it's pouring out towards us. That it becomes that river of water that comes.
Absolutely, the blues of the chairs in the room kind of continue the artwork as part of the river.
Well, water can kind of take the shape of anything that it sits in or that it lies in, and so the Torah can really have meaning to everybody.
I love that. We are the vessels that
Yeah.
Torah takes shape in. That is absolutely beautiful.
Moses was drawn from water. We walked through the Red Sea. That was like a birth moment coming through water.
Absolutely. Our people's story is inextricable from water and from a huge body of water.
Right, and the Garden of Eden had the 4 rivers.
Beautiful. Yeah, and our entire humanity story begins with water. When the creation of the world, the very first thing God did was separate the waters. Absolutely. So let's delve into a little bit here. We could have done a year-long course on Torah and water, but I tried to pick and choose here. So I came with 3 themes. The first is God more powerful than water. So that's the first theme that kind of emerges in our text. And I wanted to start with this psalm, which is a psalm from Kabbalat Shabbat you may be familiar with, because the artist actually brought this psalm to me. After she created this piece, created the painting for this piece before she actually created the piece itself, she sent me this psalm and she said, I'm looking at this piece and this psalm is emerging from this piece for me. And as we do many of our Kabbalat Shabbat services in here in front of this ark, I thought, what a perfect psalm to kind of ground this space. So someone want to read Psalm 93 in English for me?
The Lord is king, robed in grandeur. The Lord is robed, girdled with strength. The world stands firm, it cannot be shaken. Your throne stands firm from of old. From eternity you have existed. The river rise up, Adonai. The rivers raise up their roar. The rivers raise up their waves. Above the roar of the vast waters and the majestic breakers of the sea is Adonai, majestic on high. Your decrees are indeed enduring. Holiness befits your house, O Lord, for all time.
Thank you, Howard. Beautifully read. And the part that, of course, emerged for this artist, I think, is the bolded lines here. The rivers rise up, Adonai. The rivers raise up their roar. The rivers raise up their waves. Above the roar of the vast waters and the majestic breakers of the sea is Adonai, majestic on high. And I think you can really see that in this space, that there's this beautiful, and we certainly see it in our Mississippi, there's this kind of majestic piece of artwork in the water, but even more powerful, even more majestic than the most majestic thing on earth is God. But I'll say that I also kind of had a hard time understanding this piece because I think we can intellectually maybe understand God more powerful than water, but I certainly don't have personal experience with that kind of relationship with water. So I wanted to bring in, on the bottom of the page is a tefillah, which is a Yiddish prayer, a Yiddish woman's prayer that was written and prayed by a woman who was embarking on a transatlantic journey to the New World. And this really spoke to me and kind of brought alive for me what this psalm would mean. She writes, where does God's spirit move? Where does one sense God? One is often more aware of God when traversing the great ocean. There on the ocean, one notices how strong and mighty divinity is. As you have done humanity many kindnesses, so do I beg of you to have my trip succeed. May the ocean be calm and the ship reach its destination. May it not be struck below the waterline nor run aground. Let not the sailors sleep during their night watch so that ships will not collide. Protect us from all misfortunes that might happen at sea, for your supremacy is over all. Bring me to a safe landing, uninjured with nothing to prevent my disembarking. May I find all those to whom I go healthy and happy. As you silence the ocean in the midst of the storm, so may you silence all the enemies of Israel who stew and fret about us. Pour out your spirit over all your creatures, that they may acknowledge your oneness. May they be filled with divine knowledge, so that the holy words of the prophet Isaiah be fulfilled. The land will be full of the recognition of God as the waters covering the sea. May it be speedily and in our time.
Amen.
It really struck me as, that's the truth of I think what this psalm is meant to say, that the ocean is majestic and beautiful, but it's also threatening and it's life-threatening. And I'm just picturing this woman going on this journey that very well could have ended in tragedy, and her composing this deep prayer of her heart. And I know that I personally will kind of hold that prayer with me as I gaze into this piece. I'm going to turn into 2 other things, and we're going to go a little bit more quickly. So water as Torah, this is something that came up earlier, that water is nourishing and life-giving, as Neil said. And I think that is certainly true. So we're not going to read this whole text from Bava Kama, but let me just ask you, does anyone know why do we read Torah on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Saturdays? Thank you. Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Thank you. So we have 2 rabbis here.
Market days.
Market days, beautiful. Ezra instituted those because those are the days that there were market days, so people were gathered together anyway, might as well learn some Torah. However, so that is in here. However, the Gemara says, but Ezra may have done that, but it was already a practice before Ezra instituted this. This is a very old practice that predated Ezra. So where did it come if it predated the market, if it predated that era? And the Talmud gives us a different answer. Does anyone know what the other answer could be? Hint, it's about water.
Desert without water, can't go 3 days without water. Right after the Song of the Sea, in case anybody wants it, right after this. Sure, that, yeah.
Thank you, Larry. Absolutely. So I even Googled it to see if this is current science, and it seems to be the case. The maximum amount of time you can go without water is about 3 days. And the rabbis, even in the Talmud, had somehow figured this out. And they took it from exactly as Larry said, from Exodus, right before, a few chapters before the Torah reading we'll read tomorrow. And Moses led Israel onward from the Red Sea, and they went out into the wilderness of Shur, and they went 3 days in the wilderness and found no water. So our ancient Israelites went 3 days without any water, and our rabbis learned from this that just as we can only go no more than 3 days without life-giving water, so too should we not go more than 3 days without life-giving Torah. And I think that's another interpretation of what we can be seeing here, that instead of in addition to God being majestic over the water, is also kind of Torah and God emerging from the water. That just as water is life-giving, so too is Torah life-giving. We see here that there's this is a common theme also in Deuteronomy, where it says, "May my rain come down, may my discourse come down as the rain, and my speech distill as the dew, like showers on young growth, like droplets on the grass." So here's Moses' prayer, praying and hoping that his teachings, his Torah to the Jewish people comes down to them like rain and like dew, like this life-giving sustenance. But I want to turn to the final comment here, which is just one tiny little verse from Proverbs. And this is water as reflection and relationship. Can I ask someone to read this one verse from Proverbs 27 on the bottom of the last page?
As face answers to face in water, so does one man's heart to another.
Beautiful. In Hebrew, kamayim hapanim lapanim, ken lev ha'adam le'adam. Just as water is face to face, so too is the heart of man to man. Does anyone want to take a stab at what this proverb could mean?
The face in water is your reflection. And so as you treat others, that is a reflection of who you are as a person, your heart to those in your community. That shows your true image.
I think that's exactly right. Just as when you gaze into a pond or a lake and you see your reflection in that water, so too do you see your true reflection in the hearts of the people around you. And this verse really kind of struck true for me for Temple of Aaron, and for how we use this space and for how we use this art. You know, this place is a gathering place for Torah study and for God and for deep understanding with our traditions, certainly. It's also a place for deep relationship with one another. We gather in a space to hold one another during Shavuot. We gather in a space to be there for one another when we say Yortzeit for our loved one. We gather in this space together again and again. I think that's so true of the Torah of Temple of Aaron. And what I love about this is it's saying that Torah and water and relationship, they're all one. Just as we see here, that the reflection, you could say that the shin is emerging from the water, or you could say that it's kind of reflected back into the water with the beautiful blues and purples here. And I think that that's exactly right for our community, that when we gather together in community, whether we're gathering together to be with one another in friendship and love and community, or to study Torah, or to pray, or to hold one another in times of joy or sorrow, all that is Torah. All that is nourishing and life-giving. All of that is connection to the one true God. So I hope that you can carry some of our learning today every time you enter into this space, and you engage with our beautiful new Torah art. I want to deeply thank our curtain committee who just works. If I showed you what we started with to what we got here, you wouldn't believe it. We worked so hard to get this to the space where it exactly needed to be. And I think it frames just the most beautiful and loving art that could have been created, built and supervised by Tim Oski and supported by Wendy and Tim. I mean, it's just so special that and many people can build things with wood, but for someone to build it who truly understands what it is that this holds for our community, really just deepens it and elevates it at the same time. So I want to deeply thank everyone who has been involved in this project, and it's truly going to be a lasting piece of artwork for our community. So thank you for studying with me today. We are going to make our way into the library, go grab something sweet, find a place at a table, and we will.
Yes, your coat.
Grab something to eat, and then we'll start our learning. We're gonna look at 2 pieces that are in the library. You can buy each. We're gonna learn about it. Nice catch.
You want to take the book?
So
How are you?
This is the camera. You got there when the group sort of no, I'm over there. Oh, this is this. You want this?
Just remember that. You remember that. That's right. Oh, yes. Yeah, that's great. That's great.
What time did you go?
To what?
I saw you walking this morning.
Well, I didn't know this afternoon. Oh, you don't really remember.
It's beautiful. It's gorgeous.
It was a hard one.
There's no chance.
The light work, the curtain slides.
It's very long. I counted to 40. It doesn't mean anything, but it's how much it counts.
She does. They do. Well, they do. She did a lot at the textile center. So, and something a lot of.
He appreciates it too.
A lot of cheese. Yeah. So she
Well, he also was, we were just further. Well done.
I don't know how to do this, but I would love, you know, like this was a but it's all, yeah, it's well.
hard to do it.
Yeah.
Someone's gotta do it.
Yeah, it has that depending on which way you.
Yeah. That's a big smile.
Really beautiful.
Real smile.
Yeah. No, my friend. Tim, what's the word? I want to
No,
one chair.
it's cherry.
Yeah. They had a great time with this. Yeah, it just looks so uncommon. Well, one's facing the right way.
Well, we are. So they switched. But that way we were all wrong.
Yeah, they're all enough. I don't know, I love this room.
No,
I
Ken
really
likes to be open to
I love the house. It's so much warmer. Well, I love when they do the circular of, but they do it up there. But I love it. I think it's really pretty. Especially when they sometimes too. I really like this one. It's very. It is. Yeah, yeah. It really is. It's great. Getting congratulations tomorrow, very soon. Wow. Oh, well, I believe that because very fun. So fun. It's very yeah. Well, it makes it a little easier. I mean, calmer, or it's smaller or bigger. That's what happened. I like that more. I get it. Very exciting. Loving every minute. That's the only place I go. They're now. So 6 months old. Well, yeah. I said, why not? Yeah. So even I'm blessed.
They just.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's a great life, I get it, it's funny. Yeah, it's great. So, it's why, that's their.
That's great. You should do that. You did it. You did it with all strengths. That's wonderful. That doesn't justify it. So many all those things are true. You're calling this supposed to be. Do you agree? That is the issue.
You made it easier. You get it. It's not, I know.
Oh, it's so funny.
So it's like, this building's cold, and these are calling these people. I've never seen and it's bad. What would it take for you to say, he's lost a wife? Yep, sure is. One guy said, yeah, he's a. I said, okay, I don't think the next standard's that high.
Well, I said, I like clean lines. Like, all different textures, it's perfect colors, all different everything, we're almost percentage now, which there's a variety of different lights there, but yeah. You said, and I like having something really organic, but then having this big modern function. She's like, swell. And I'm like, it's like this word that.
And then they call it. Not when we found out.
Complexity is not right when you don't know what to call it.
Exactly, yeah.
Or she's saying you're trying to combine a couple different.
Well, it's hard because what I said to her was,
You get to the teaching business. Yeah, well, it could go, it depends on.
So I can tell you all these things, but then I can see like, oh, I don't know.
all of a sudden I noticed my stuff was missing.
Why are people standing around?
I get that.
And you, you're seeing this way.
Yeah.
So you're not gonna see this way. But you'll look at somebody else and you get their perspective and that will help you either say, or they were unbelievable, they're the best I've got.
And the stuff he deserves, that makes sense. Yeah. But you could have had. Well, because
Yeah,
at
you
one
could.
point I said, take over doing that.
Or.
We were just suggesting, we were just sharing how hindsight.
But I'm Ken's always doing the hindsight of.
Thank you for clarifying.
At home, I can't speak to what he does outside of home, but at home.
And we've got so much time.
Oh, yeah.
We've been around for so
But
long.
I- there's two
That's
things.
one guy always saying, the runway behind us is
I want
way, way
space to
long.
sit and to play and
There's
to
no shortage of
See my house,
advice here.
we're kind of.
No
busy.
shortage.
I mean,
This is
literally,
good.
yes,
Some of the other
I
guys.
said, I like these
But no shortage.
places, but
Alright,
it's just an investment, it's an
owner of the
investment in
building.
the little mess.
Exactly.
And I can't keep up
It looks like
with
we
this
can-
ridiculous manicured, so that I can't do that.
No way, yes.
And so I just said, I don't know how you put all of that stuff in, and she's like, I'm gonna tell you right now, you have a problem. I was like,
Well, she has, with anything, you have to tailor it down. I mean, I suppose you give you a proposal.
Well, that's the
you
thing.
start- Or you give, she gives you some ideas.
that's the thing.
And then you start there. Right, but then this is,
Yes.
so that's where you go look at it that way.
You can even stone, you can buy the stone, and that's about it. So I'm. Yes. 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 Well,
And then it's done over a period
so
of
that's
time.
everything is that on right now is not. I want you to see. I want. I'm not doing all dresses. I'm not shopping. Like, I don't know. And so I would Yes.
back at your house change it the way you want. You said you want it to be like open and spirit, all window and everything like that. Now, I mean, no, it can change the, you know, we want that to be, insulated. But you can't take a portion of it to make it, and like, it's my business.
Beautiful, Silvana.
Sure, I'll see you tomorrow.
And right on, Ross?
Do you need help getting, your list?
School breeze.
Okay, perfect. If you run into that issue, let us know.
Thank you.
Pleasure to sit with your folks.
Thank you, I'm glad you did.
Thank you.
What I usually do is start out doing, with you guys virtually.
Oh, good.
And then at 11, I go downstairs and with that way, Rabbi.
Oh, very nice. I love that. Good, enjoy it.
Yeah, it's very fun.
Thank you, everybody.
Better ask for good road. Okay, I don't want to get in trouble.
Oh my gosh. No, I got. I will be here Saturday.
Hello.